Okay, since this is our first lecture together, how about we start by introducing ourselves? نعرف على حالنا. Hadil, would you like to start?
Yes. My name is Hadid. I am 23 years. I study English language and literature in Applied Dhaka University. I'm in relation at the year.
You?
In relation.
Meaning? You graduated. Very good. It's okay. It's okay. You graduated this year or last year? This year. Congratulations. Thank you, Adil. Online, would we like to introduce ourselves? Iman, can you start?
يعني مش حاطة إشي ببالي يا مس.
دي لو إشي هيك. Hi, I'm Iman.
My name is Iman. I won't learn English because I hope can speak English and confident in anywhere and with anybody. I'm very happy and I learn with you, Miss. Just
very good. Thank you, Iman.
Thank you.
Miyassar, your turn.
Yes, miss. Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'm Miyassar Abdelhadi. I am 30 years old. I am mother of 2 kids. I studied the business administration at the university, Yarmouk University.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Nada, would you like to go now?
Okay, I don't have problem. Okay. My name is Nada. I'm studied from Yarmouk University, Modern Language. I work in telecommunication. I live in Amman. Just I don't do anything.
What is working in telecommunications like? What exactly do you do?
With my father, I work with my father. They have a program about I don't know what I can tell you, like a secretary or like يعني اشغال يعني شوي هيك كانت صعبه لها دخل بالهندسه.
Okay. Thank you very much. Noor, your turn, please.
I would like to learn English to make it answer to
communicate صح communicate
with the world around us, which is the country. Just.
Thank you, Noor. Very good.
Okay.
So today our lecture is about figures of speech. أولاً, why are figures of speech important؟ ليش هم مهمين بمعنى؟ عشان when we start to read في كتير أشياء when you read مش عيني عينك بالحرف الواحد. It's not the literal meaning. You do need to read in between the lines. So you will see figures of speech in literature, in stories, etc. يعني عشان إذا مر عليكم we understand what we're reading. عشان هدول ما فينا ناخدهم word for word their literal meaning ما فينا ناخدهم معنى حرف. So to start off, what is a figure of speech? حدا عنده فكرة؟ My English major. It's okay, هدية. Online حدا عنده فكرة؟
مش هدول السيميلي والميريفار والبرسونفيكشن.
أيوة, very good, correct. هلا figures of speech. Let us switch over to this slide. A figure of speech is a creative use of language. Creative meaning إبداع. So creative use of language, figures of speech ومبدأ باللغة. To generate an effect and enhance our words. Figures of speech are literary devices which are used to convey ideas that go beyond their literal meaning. نفس ما هلا حكيت لكم ما فينا ناخذ معنى حرفي. Literary devices are techniques and structures used by writers to convey a message, create an effect, and evoke emotions in the reader. ليش ممكن writer أو speaker يقرر يستعمل figures of speech? It sends the message in a different way. It makes the person in front of them feel a certain way. For example, I could say, I'm sad, or I could say, I'm so sad that even the clouds are crying today. For example. وهذا راح يوصل درجة الحزن. It's going to feel a bit deeper. I want the person in front of me to feel what I'm feeling. يحسوا نفس ما أنا حاسة. For example. And honestly, figures of speech, they add spice to what you're writing. They give a little bit of, an extra something there. So first we have idioms. This is our first figure of speech. What is an idiom? An idiom is a group of words with a figurative, non-literal meaning, which can't be deciphered by looking at its individual words. In many cases, idioms started off with literal meanings, but lost them as they moved away from their origins. A common example of an idiom is give up. So essentially idioms بيشبهوا التعابير والأمثال الموجودين in Arabic. Okay, we can't take it word for word its literal meaning. ما بزبط ناخدها حرف حرف إنه معنى يعني المعنى الحرفي الترجمة الحرفي. Because when you do this, it makes absolutely no sense. وهلا راح نشوف مع بعض examples and we're going to talk about the meanings of each one. For example, under the weather. If we were to translate under the weather, لو بدنا نترجمها بيكون تحت الطقس. Does this make sense? تحت الطقس?
No.
If I said أنا تحت الطقس, does it quite make sense? No, not really. Even when you say in English, under the weather, if you want to look at the actual meaning of each word, it doesn't really make sense. But what does it mean to be under the weather?
teacher ممكن سوري للمقاطعة بس في حدا يا اما عنده اجتماع يا اما بشغل تلفزيون يا اما بشغل شيء عم نسمع شخص ثاني عم يحكي عرفتي؟
I don't hear anything.
انه انا عم بسمع انه حدا ثاني انه اجتماع او تلفزيون او ناس عم يحكوا رجال فانه اللي عندها شيء انه تطفي جهاز عشان نسمع.
I still don't hear anything, quite honestly.
بس لو سمحتي
Yes, go ahead.
هاي مراجعة للفيجر اوف سبيتش ولا محاضرة جديدة لأنه احنا الأونلاين أخذناها من قبل.
We are repeating this level.
It's first for me. أنا أول مرة باخذ هذا الشيء.
Miyasar, did you want to move on to the next level?
يس إنه هذا الليفل 2 صح؟ احنا أخذنا إكزام اليوم الاثنين الماضي وانتقلنا للليفل 2.
انتوا كنتوا level 2 انتقلتوا level 3.
لا أنا كنت level 1 اللي
What
هو
لا
lecture
بلشنا
بس
were
احنا
you
كنا
in?
ليفل 1.
I'm sorry, what lecture were you in ميسر؟
كنا بالليفل 1 اللي هو بلشنا من الصفر، بلشنا من الأحرف ABC
من أي ساعة لأي ساعة؟
من 10 ل12 ونص 2/4.
10 12 ونص 2 4. اوكي.
تيتشر انا ما اخذت غير 3 محاضرات بس، ولا انا ما مش بحاجه يعني بدائيات، بس ما اخذت غير 3 محاضرات بس.
Okay, so 10 to 12:30. I will look into this at the end of the lecture, okay?
طب تيتشر وايش صار بالنسبه لموضوع الاثنين اربعاء؟
كيف يعني؟
انه احنا اساس انه 2/4 انه حط المواعيد 2/4 معك السجود، فانه استغربت انه عم تبعتي لي انه اليوم خميس.
احنا شو اسمه بما انه انتقلنا لليفل جديد فتغيرت المواعيد نفس فكرة الجامعة.
المواعيد الجديده، لا المواعيد الجديده، المواعيد الجديده اساس انه 2/4.
لا احنا اعتمدنا شو اسمه أحد 3 خميس.
اوكي.
هلا الليفل اللي ببلش من الصفر ليفل 1 مش هيك؟
Yes.
يعني احنا هيك ليفل 2.
Yes.
خدناه هذا بالليفل 1.
How about we go back to the lecture because this is time out of the lecture. So, under the weather means to feel ill. Example, I came home early as I'm feeling a bit under the weather. So, when I say that I'm feeling under the weather, I'm saying that I feel sick or ill. حاسة حالي مريض. This is what it means when I say under the weather. And we have more examples of idioms. For example, mad as a hatter. Mad as a Hatter بيجي من قصة Alice in Wonderland. I think it's by Lewis Carroll, but I'm not sure if he's the author. Do we know Alice in Wonderland? Alice في دنيا العجائب هيك شيء بالعربي أتوقع. Yes? No?
أليس في بلاد العجائب.
شكله هيك نص نص. Okay, so Alice in Wonderland is a very, very popular book. It became a movie. I believe they also made a show about it. So in Alice in Wonderland, there was a character called the Mad Hatter. He was a bit crazy. فمن خلال this very old and classic book story, استخرجنا the idiom mad as a hatter. And this also goes back to British English, because in British English, when I say mad, I don't mean angry. ما بيكون المقصد angry in British English when I say mad. بيكون المقصد إنه نوع من أنواع الجنون. Crazy. It literally means crazy in British English. So when I say someone is mad as a hatter, what am I calling them?
Crazy.
I'm calling them crazy essentially, yes. And we have a piece of cake.
Maybe sorry, but maybe we can say angry.
No, angry is angry. مقصد. Mad in British English means crazy, مجنون.
هلا ماد اوكي
لسعة
بس
وشي.
اوكي بس نحن لما بنسمع عن ماد انه يعني من خلال القصص والروايات انه ماد انه غضبان.
Yes, mad is American English.
Yeah.
Hello, when we're talking about British English, عادة they use mad بمقصد إنه جنون. Crazy.
Okay.
So a piece of cake. What does a piece of cake mean? If I said that exam was a piece of cake.
When we say a piece of cake, it's just يعني you do it something, it's good. You have it.
How?
يعني
The matter is easy.
I'm sorry?
The matter is easy. Or
إنه بسهولة piece of cake.
Very good. So when I say something is a piece of cake, yes, it means that's easy. For example, if I said the exam was a piece of cake, I mean the exam was easy. What about blow off some steam? What does this mean? If I said I'm really angry, I need to go blow off some steam. At least I'm stressed. What do I want to do? في شيء كتير قريب بالعربي كمان. أنا معصب متضايقة أنا معصبة متضايقة حاملة طاقتي إيش
إنه يعني
بدي
بدي آخذ نفس أو يعني نفس عن
أيوه
اخرج من المود، اخرج من المود.
بدي أنفس عن حالي شوية blow off some steam يعني بدي إيش بدي أهدى I need to هيك أقعد أهدى أتنفس شوي أنفس عن حالي شوي. This is what it means to blow off some steam. It's water under the bridge. There's something very, very, very similar in Arabic. في شيء جدا قريب بالعربي for water under the bridge. So if I were to say me and Hadil were upset with each other, اتزعلنا. We got upset with each other. And then she apologized to me, I apologized to her. ممكن ايش اجي احكي لها when she apologizes? I could say, there's no need to say sorry, it's water under the bridge. يعني ايش؟
يعني ما بنسى.
يعني سحابة صيف مثلا أو
أيوة. هلا water under the bridge قصدي ان انا حاقدة عليها. Am I holding a grudge? A grudge يعني am I holding a grudge?
no.
No, I'm not holding a grudge. It's water under the bridge. زي بالعربي بيقولوا المي بترجع لمجريها ولا زي كأنه شيء صار بالمعنى. It's water under the bridge. It's okay, like it never happened. This is what it means when you say it's water under the bridge. Hit the hay. What does hit the hay mean?
إنه the time is break مثلا أو إنه ينام على القش إنه خلص يعني إجا وقت البريك أو الاستراحة أو
You're very close. مش break. You're correct, but not a break. No. And you're gonna go to sleep. You're not taking a break. But very, very good. Good job remembering.
What
هلا
mean?
Yes.
What mean high to the high?
Hit the hay means to go to sleep. إنك تروحي تنامي. This is what it means to hit the hay. And we have it's raining cats and dogs. What does this mean? It's raining cats and dogs.
Is like fire.
Not quite, no.
من شدة غزارة المطر.
Yes, this is correct. Thank you. Heavy rain. يعني شتاء قوية. I would say it's raining cats and dogs. Like it's raining so heavily بس ضل cats and dogs كمان ينزلوا مع المطر. هيك المقصد. هلا the rule of thumb. What does this mean? The rule of thumb. عندنا فكرة؟
يس تقال مش للرولز يعني للأعراف يعني الشغلات المعروفة كأنها رولز.
أيوة very good. Thank you.
Traditional something.
For example, we don't wear white. We as women, we don't wear white to another woman's wedding. Why? ما في a law against it. There's no law. ما في قانون بيقول ممنوع تلبسي أبيض على عرس غيرك. But we know that it's not quite accepted. من دون ما حدا يقولنا, without anyone telling us. Rule of thumb, you don't wear white to someone else's wedding. For example. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. There is the same exact saying in Arabic. Don't put all of your eggs
your money in same place, or don't put your opinion or anything in same place.
Very, very good. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. بمعنى لا تحطوا كل احتمالاتكم بشغلة واحدة. Don't put all of your hopes or plan everything حسب just this one thing. Have more than one option. Have plan A, plan B, plan C. مش كله plan A. So call it a day. What does call it a day mean?
Every time, all of time. You do it this situation all of time.
Out of?
What?
I'm sorry. What's wrong with the situation? How do we do it?
Do it something all of day.
Hello, you're very, very close. It does have to do with timing, essentially.
Mhm.
And when I say let's call it a day, أنا قصدي إيش؟ قصدي خلص بالنسبة إلي أنا the day is over. اليوم انتهت. بدي أوقف الإشي اللي عم بعمله. So I'm working and I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it a day. قصدي خلص بدي أوقف شغل أروح على بيتي. If I'm out with friends, طالعة مع أصدقاء, and I decided mid-outing, you know what, I'm about ready to go home. ممكن إيش أجي أحكي. I had a great time, but I think I'm going to call it a day. برضو قصدي بدي أوقف الطلعة بدي أروح بيتي. مش أوقف الطلعة إلهم وقفوا إلي بما معناه. I want to go home. So when you say that you want to call it a day, you mean that you want to go home. You're about done with whatever you're doing. وبالنسبة إلك انتهت. This is what it means to call it a day. We have miss the boat. What does miss the boat mean?
Miss something, forget.
أو
You're
مثل
very
زي
close.
ما بنحكي عنه انه القطار فاته، يعني كأنه فقد القارب، كأنه القطار فاته، يعني راحت عليه خلص.
Forget the chance.
أيوة, missing out on an opportunity or a chance. مثل ما بنحكي بالعربي فاتك القطار. هلا the only difference is in English we don't use it for marriage usually, or عادة not in this way. هلا I've noticed in Arabic usually we use فات القطار for women that haven't gotten married, unfortunately. هلا in English, miss the boat, it's not like that. Miss the boat, any missed opportunity. You missed out on a job opportunity, on an opportunity to travel, on an opportunity to experience something new. يعني أي فرصة بشكل عام. ممكن حد يجي يقول لكم oh you really missed the boat, for example. إنه بمعنى راح عليكي.
Lose it.
I'm sorry?
Lose it.
Yeah, yes, to lose something essentially or miss out on something الأحرى.
هم بيقولوها miss the train.
Yeah, you could say miss the train, miss the boat.
Yeah.
So we have metaphors now. What are metaphors? A metaphor is a figure of speech that makes a comparison between two unlike things. بدي أشبه بين إشيين غير متشابهين بالمعنى. ليش؟ لهدف بدي أعطي صفة الإشي الغير متشابه بالشغل اللي عم بشبهه فيه. For example, when I say, oh, he has the heart of a lion. قلبه قلب الأسد. هلا does he actually have the heart of a lion, literally speaking, بالمعنى الحرفي؟ قلبه صدقا قلب أسد؟ No, not literally. بس أنا بدي okay طب كمان سؤال. في شي بربط الإنسان والأسد? Is there anything similar between lions and humans? No. But usually lions symbolize bravery. They symbolize courage. رموز شجاعة What's the difference between bravery and courage in Arabic? شجاعة. Let's keep it at شجاعة. So أنا بدي أعطي صفة اللاين للبني آدم. هذا هدفي. بدي أعطي هذا صفة
Very strong. Very strong.
courage to the person that I'm talking about. This is why I'm comparing them. Same thing in English. I want to give يعني مثلا عندنا بالعربي قلبه قلب الأسد. In English she has the heart of a lion. Same thing, same meaning. وإيش نفس النية، بدي أعطي صفات الأسد للبني آدم، لحتى هيك أنا عم بقارن بين أشياء غير متشابهين. وهذا مبدأ الميتافورز بشكل عام. I'm going to compare between two unlike things. So let's look at some examples together. For example, eyes are the windows to the soul. What is eyes and windows? They don't really have anything to do with each other. But what is this meant to mean?
إنه يعني
eyes
العيون هي ممكن تكون شباك البني آدم، يعني إنك
أو
تعرفي
مرآة
الجسم
البني
من
آدم.
عيونه.
نافذة الإنسان.
صح. هلا when I say eyes are the windows to the soul, what exactly do I mean? what ايش اللي بيبين العين؟
eyes.
Oh, you know, when they say مبين عليك متضايقة مبين من عينك مثلا. We say this a lot in Arabic. مش على بعضك مبينة من عينك. ايش بيكون المقصد؟ You can tell if something is wrong. أو مش شرط something wrong. You can tell a person's emotions based on just looking in their eyes. You know? So when you say in English, eyes are the windows to the soul, المقصد إنه إيش يكون فيه بيبين بعين البني آدم. This is the icing on the cake. What does this mean? This is the icing on the cake.
إنه يعني كل أموره تمام مثلا.
Very, very,
مثل
very slow.
the ice on the cake.
بس في إشي missing. You're missing something here.
ختامها مسك.
I'm sorry?
ختامها مسك.
أيوة زي ختامها مسك. This is the icing on the cake. زي ختامها مسك. For example, I was having an amazing day. Everything is going great. Fish أي شيء سيء. And then let's say that I found 20 dinars on the floor on my way home. I would say, oh, this is the icing on the cake. ختامها مسك. يعني حتى النهاية حلوة كانت. Now we have similes. What are similes? They are the same as metaphors exactly. إيش الإشي اللي بيفرقهم؟ Where metaphors بيعطوا الصفة على طول. Similes مش على طول بيعطوا الصفة بيشبهوا كمثل أو زي. So the difference between metaphors and similes, you will see the words like or as, not similes, like as, one of these two words. So a simile is a figure of speech that compares two unlike things using the words like or as. بدي استعمل either like or as if it's a simile. مجرد تشوفوا like or as اعرفوا على طول إنه it's a simile. For example, I could say Iman is as sweet as honey or sweet like honey. هلا أنا ما قلت Iman is honey. I said حلوة مثل العسل, like honey. So the minute you say like or you see like or as, know that what we're talking about is a simile. And here it just clarifies the difference between similes and metaphors again. Next up we have personification. إيش هو personification؟ هو زي التجسيد بالعربي. أيوة. personification هو مثل التجسيد بالعربي. إنه أنا أعطي صفات شيء عاقل لشيء غير عاقل. So we're going to go into more detail now. Personification is a figure of speech in which non-human things are described as having human attributes. For example, the gray clouds cried drops of rain. هلا clouds don't cry. ما بيبكوا. Why did I say that they are crying?
تشبيه لأنه
بدي أوصل
صورة
حزن بمعناه.
Yeah.
هلا هون أنا أعطيت صفة بني آدم للغيوم. I gave a human attribute or a human trait to something that is not human. Clouds are not human. They don't have brains, they don't have emotions, they do not cry. Who cries? Humans cry.
بصير نحكي like when the winter rain, my heart cry. When my heart
For
cry,
example, you could say also, my
Yeah.
heart is weeping. Your heart is connected to you, but your heart is not an entity on its own. مش شيء لحاله قلبك لحتى يكون له عقله ومشاعره ويبكي مع حاله, for example. So بلا صح, this is also personification.
okay.
Or let's say I bumped into the table. خبطته. ايش اول شيء راح احكي؟ stupid table. هلا the table is not stupid. مش غبي الطاولة. The table does not have a brain or thoughts لحتى يكون غبي, for it to be stupid. To be stupid is a human attribute, unfortunately. And so on and so forth. أي شيء انتوا بتعطوا صفة بني آدم لشيء غير عاقل, this is personification. So we have a example here, a short example. This is a short poem. It is personification from the very beginning to the very end of it. كله personification. It is called Mr. Sun. Who can please read for me?
Okay. Mr. Sun walks up at dawn.
Wakes
Puts
up at
his
dawn. Very good.
أنا مش واضح عندي هذا بس عم بحاول أقرأ يعني.
Okay.
Puts his golden
Yes, good.
slippers on, climb the summer sky at noon, treading places إيش هاي؟
With
the moon. With the moon.
very,
بس
very
واضح عندي صغير كتير.
trading places with the moon. Thank you very much. Perfect. So كيف هذا personification من أولها لآخرها? We're starting off. Mr. Sun. This is the first example of personification here. هاي أول مثل للpersonification. كيف? We said Mr. Sun. The sun is not a Mr. So this is our first example of personification. We gave the sun a gender. We decided that the sun is a man, and we're calling him Mr. Wakes up at dawn. This is the second example. We're saying that the sun wakes up. يعني بينام وبصحى الشمس على أساس. Suns do not go to sleep and wake up. Humans go to sleep and wake up. So this is our second example. Puts his golden slippers on. هلا بلبس بإجره الشمس؟ عنده جرين أصلا؟
ما طبعا.
No, exactly. This is another example of personification. Climbs the summer sky at noon. Climbs meaning بيتسلق. Climbs the summer sky at noon. هلا الشمس بيتسلق السما ولا هو طبيعي؟ بيطلع وبيغيب. Finally, trading places with the moons. Like, you know, the sun went to the moon and said, hey, it's my turn. Let's switch. This also is not how it happens. So here we're trying to make the sun seem human-like. And I just...
a person.
Anyway, we're comparing the sun, or not comparing, we're trying to give a person's traits to the sun, as if the sun is a human being. How about we take a 15-minute break عشان our time online is almost up ونرجع. يعطيكم العافية.